This man was, representing hip hop in its purest form. He said, I am hip hop. It lives through us, it breathes through us, it gives to us. Always has been, always will be. LMFJ, King, baby. Like, I ain't the worst, maybe second to last. Cut glass, walk forward, ass backwards, leave my past in the past. Tomorrow, yesterday, you finally got his son. Popping Zans, candy flipping hands out on my gun. Bumping gums, keep them loaded, yeah, some things don't change. Which pill shall I be popping? Help me deal with the pain. Some things don't change, some things don't change. Young king, baby, stay in the lane, yeah. Chasing waterfalls, let your ashes smoking mirrors. I'll admit I never ever seen this shit clearer. Throw a middle finger, blood, live my days in the days. Told my shrink I think my mommy full of purple waves. Wanna see the show, you need to pay. Come and watch me explain. Hold your hand through the sun and the rain. Check the microphone, check the chicky, check 1, 2. Fuck him, fuck her, fuck blood, and fuck you too. A week could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, blood, holla at me later. We could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, baby, holla at me later. We could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, blood, holla at me later. We could catch paper. Saying, check. Heights and minutes like old dog here, behind Mozart. Piece of Picasso finally making his mark. I can see through the dark. No bygones are slipping in the darkness, falling off the road to Zion. I was my own God, Father, forgive me. I'll be all up in your face, but you still can't see me. Dipping, lipping with a gangster lean. A Banksy sitting in the street. Him the type to shoot back at police. Think I'm staying out of mixed stream. Say I shot the sheriff and I even killed his deputy. They got these prices on my head, they want what's left of me. Shit, yo, hip-hop gon' be the death of me. We could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, blood, holla at me later. We could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, blood, holla at me later. We could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, baby, holla at me later. We could catch paper, I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, blood, holla at me later. We could catch paper. I don't know no favors. Miss me with that shit, blood. Yo, holla at me later.
Man, everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast. Man, we got an exclusive interview you guys today, man. Episode 66, kicking it with hip-hop artist, that boy King Baby. What's going down, my guy?
What's up, man?
I appreciate you coming through, man.
Appreciate you having me,
man. King Baby don't do interviews, guys. We don't do interviews. This is exclusive right here. You know what I mean? Before we get started, man, what's going down? We got my guy Dan in the comments. We got Cricket Moon. You're not late. We just started ourselves. We late. So you right on time, Cricket. Before we get started, you got any shout outs you want to give?
I'd like to give a big shout out, of course, to my beautiful wife at home, Celeste. Love you, baby. I'll be on with a minute. I want to give a big shout out to my band, of course, man, King Baby Familia. You know what I mean? I want to give a huge shout out to every single person who supports us and shows up to our gigs and, you know, that just interacts with us, and anybody who's feeling the music, you know what I mean? I hope it made your day just a little bit better, you know? And everybody who's just happy to be alive, man. I'm just happy to be here. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There she goes. She said, love you too, handsome. She right there watching.
Hey.
I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody that's watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. I appreciate y'all following me, man. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, music, I appreciate all of y'all. Let's share this episode. Let's blow it up. In saying that, let me give a shout out to my people, man. Low Rock Entertainment, Royal Mammoth Urban Outfitters, Houston Rocco, PSK 13, OZ the DJ, Rich Alexander, Mac the GOAT, man. For real, them boys doing big things. Watch out, cause we coming, for real. In saying that, man, it's an honor to have you here, man. It's
an honor to be here, man.
It's been happening for a few months now. We've been trying to put this together, man. So I'm super excited, man. Let's get started, man. Give us some background. You know, background about yourself. What were you like as a kid? And tell everybody where you from.
I was born here in Houston, Texas. A-Leaf right here in Southwest. You know, in Southwest Memorial, and I was raised in Corpus Christi. You know, the whole time of Selena, and you know what I mean. I was young back then.
Yeah.
From a few blocks down actually, and it's just Corpus is it's a rough little set. You know what I mean? And things happen with the law. I had to come down here to Houston, whatever. That's a real long story, but. What was I like as a kid? I always been into music, that's for sure. You know what I mean? I've been doing music since I was young, but problems with the law stopped me from doing that for quite some time. And it wasn't until about 2012 that I could actually really, you know, actually 2015 where I had, you know, time on my hands to really kind of focus on some music and play a part in some things that we had to do, you know what I mean?
So, man, before we even continue, man, big shout out to your band, man. Big shout out to your guys, man, for real. Definitely want to give them a shout out and touch base with them too, man. So big shout out to all.
Yeah, my whole band, no doubt. We got a 7-piece live band, you know what I mean? We've been doing our thing for quite some time. Honestly, I'm probably the least talented person in the group. You know what I'm saying? I got such a dope band, man. We got such great support around us. Nothing but good vibes, positive energy. Everybody's always on some positive shit. You know what I'm saying? I've actually never seen a band like ours.
Yeah.
All the bands, there's some static, some drama going on. We actually just don't even allow it in the room. And we're always just pushing forward. And
I like it. I know y'all gonna be watching, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, before we even started this episode, me and King Baby was talking, man. He got a lot of love for y'all, a lot of respect for y'all, for real. Like all y'all success, he giving it to y'all, man, for real. Like, so big shout outs to y'all, man, for real. Man, at what age did you realize, you know what, like, I got this talent and this is what I want to do?
You know, I actually remember that night like perfectly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've always been kind of involved in music, but I don't really come from a music type family. I don't know how to play no instruments. I can't dance. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I don't know, I'm kind of usually that awkward kind of square dude, you know what I mean? But this is just something that I guess fit for me, you know? And anyway, the night I realized that we was at a party, and this is when hip hop was big and everybody was freestyle. Everybody and their mama was freestyling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just coming out on the scene. And I remember we was at this party, some gang-related shit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it was, you know, everybody's in the middle of the room, freestyling, doing their thing. And I wasn't, but I was just watching everybody. And I remember going home with a feeling, and my homeboy, rest in peace, he's not here with us anymore. But I remember it was me and him. He was in a wheelchair or whatever. He was a really good friend of mine. His name was Mario Marcus. But I don't know, he just seemed into it. And I remember listening to everybody. I just remember having this feeling like, I could do better than that. You know what I mean? And I used to write poems. That's how it all started. I used to be like on some poetry type shit. I won a couple of awards when I was in school for like poetry and stuff like that. So it kind of started there. But anyway, we went to another party. We was always partying or whatever. We went to another party. Same thing happened. And I actually kind of did a little bit. You know what I mean? And I thought what I did was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But nobody gave me the time. Nobody gave me like, it was just kind of like whatever. And, I remember going home when my homeboy was walking. I was pushing him through the neighborhood. You know what I mean? I remember he specifically asking him, "So what'd you think about like what I did tonight?" He was like, "It was alright." You know what I mean? And the shit hurt my feelings.
You was on top of the world. Yeah.
It hurt my feelings what he said. It just made me feel like, I don't know, it started something in me. You know what I mean? Like I hear, like the same way I do now, and I don't mean to be cocky or nothing like that, but I hear a lot of music, this and that, and I've always gone out of my way to make sure that I don't sound like anybody else or to do my own thing. You know what I mean? And doing my own thing is what's gotten me to where I'm at.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good or bad thing. Some people, you either love us to death or you fucking hate us.
Yeah, facts, man. It ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? It ain't for everybody at all. Man, let's get to the comments. Let's see. We got Sam said, "Hey, shout outs, Diego."
What's
we
up,
got
baby?
my aunt in the building, Miss Karen. How you doing, on Karen? And we got saying King Baby Familiar. Hell yeah. I appreciate everybody watching, man. I love the support you got for this guy, man. For real good dude. Real good dude.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. That shit means the world to us, for real. J Records, thank you so much for having us.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate
thank
it,
you
man.
for doing your thing too, bro.
Yes, sir.
Just being a positive part of just trying to help each other.
Yes, sir.
That's
what
rare,
it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. That's why I started with this platform, man. There's so much talent in Houston, and just throughout the country, really. But in Houston, there's so much talent. And I love Houston, but what I don't like about the music scene in Houston, for these up and coming artists, they got to go out of town to get love. You know what I mean? It's like they shouldn't have to go to Austin or to Dallas or wherever just to get proof of concept there for the home to fuck with them. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm hoping my platform, shows these big time artists, like there's talent out here, and let's fuck with them. Let's fuck with them. You know what I mean?
It's like a give and a take. When I first hit the music scene, bro, I was like, man, I wanted to help everybody. I want everybody to eat. I wanted to, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just run into a cold slap in the face that's kind of like, yo, you understand what I'm saying? It's one of those stories that's said without having to say nothing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And there's a fine line between saying something and then like hating on somebody or doing this or that. But the best thing is just when you go through something fucked up, you just kind of find the best of what you can of a lesson from it and move the fuck on.
Yeah.
You're either familia or you're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so it is what it is, bro. And you learn real quick. Like I said, it's a cold slap in the face, but it's how you learn.
Yeah. I definitely agree, man, and that's the same with this whole podcast game. Cause fuck, you know what I mean. I've learned. I'm 6 months in, 66 episodes. You know what I mean, and it's some up and downs. You know what I mean. Like you said, you learn with it, you just go. But you mentioned you got poetry. You know what I mean. So what other talents do you have outside of music? So you said poetry and anything else? And who was your favorite poet, if you had one?
Man, my favorite poet, I'd be lying to act like if I had one, like if I read like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, the first person that comes to mind would be Tupac.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's a poet.
Actually,
He a poet.
Oh, he got a poetry book. It's actually what kind of like, you know what I mean, really got me into hip hop more than anything else. First hip hop song I ever heard was Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody moved, nobody get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit changes my life. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, my boy in the wheelchair I was thinking about earlier, he's the one that played it for him. You know what I'm saying? It literally like just changed my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just opened some, I don't know, whole new perspective. This was always good.
Yeah. I like that. Let's talk about your creative process. You know what I mean? What is that like when it's kind of to making your music?
Lately, the only time I really have a creative process is to actually write songs and write music is when we rehearse and I'm with the band, because they just bring out the best in me.
Yeah.
We bring out the best in each other. You know what I mean? It's like such a crazy fucking experience. Even when I have two different gigs. I have the band, and then I have my man DJ side. We be doing our hip hop thing, and it'll be me and live vinyl. No background tracks, just straight fucking raw hip hop, like on some real shit.
Yeah,
We've gone out our way. I'm a little bit different, you know. What I'm saying?
You definitely unique, man. I'm loving it, man. I love asking that question to you artists, man. Everybody has a different creative process, and you definitely your music alone is unique, and it's really hard to just put you under one genre because you're more than just a hip hop artist. You know what I mean? Like you watch out for this man. Watch out for this man.
This last two tours we went on was with our brothers from Head Planet Earth. Fucking love your guys to death. We opened up for them here at Scoutboy this last Saturday. We've already went on 2 tours with them. And First tour we went on East Coast. I got to see New York. Second tour we went on.
See my hometown.
I got to see LA.
Yes, sir.
10 city tours along both routes. You know what I mean? So not only did I see New York and LA, but I seen fucking Atlanta. I got to see fucking South Carolina. I got to see fucking Boston, Massachusetts, like Rhode Island.
Yeah.
We got to Phoenix, fucking Seattle. I went to go to Kurt Cobain's house. We went to fucking
all right.
Blood in, blood out in the fucking East Los. You know what I'm saying? Like I got pictures under the El Pino. You know what I'm saying? Like to go to like some of these places, brother, like because of music and because of King Baby. Bro, I'm just a little dude who used to freestyle on the porch. You know what I'm saying? And to be with the kind of musicians and the caliber of people that I've had in my life is,
that's awesome.
I'm already like I'm fucking good. You know what I mean? Like,
that's amazing. Y'all hear this, man? Everybody listening in the future.
Good
Man,
vibes.
think about what he just said. I was just a little kid freestyling on the porch, and think about what he just said before that. All the going on tours, and you know what I mean. Like it's a blessing, man. It's a major blessing, man. Let's talk about that, man. How did that feel going on tour and just hearing people scream your name and rap your music while you singing? You know what I mean? How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trip, though, because like to go places that you've never been, and the people will know who you are, and kind of like just, and then some people don't. You know what I mean? We didn't go and everybody knew who the fuck we was. We was opening up for new, so we was like, you know, an opening act. But to be the only hip hop act, this act that we went on, they're hardcore, fucking almost like heavy metal, like it's a whole different genre.
Yeah.
But they took us because we're different and unique, and it doesn't matter what genre we play on. Like we're an act.
Yeah.
And we've made our thing. That it's the reason why they don't pay me just to show up. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's like
that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. It's a rock tour, and you're a rap group. You're a rap group, man. Like, you know what I mean? That speaks volumes, brother. That speaks volumes for real. I love it. I'm
just fucking so humble and so happy to be here. And the whole point of the story is like me, somebody like me. I'm not shit. I come from a place that's not shit. And the point is like even if you feel like that, like man. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be if you just focus on you, what you're trying to do, and if you want some positive shit and not trying to be like somebody else. Just be on some positive shit. Keep moving forward. Stop thinking about what people think and just keep it moving forward. You know what I mean? Like,
facts. I love it, man. I love
sorry, you caught me on a bad day, yo.
Nah, you good. You good, man. You good. Oh, man. Man, who has been the most influential person in your life, either music-wise or just in life in general?
Oh, man. My mom, my dad, my wife. Man, I had some real close interactions with Bill. You know what I mean?
Man, yo, damn.
I actually wrote the last song he ever recorded in the studio. It's a long story, but we won't even talk about that one.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? He taught me a lot. Dude, I met so many crazy people in this life. It's, it's just been a long day. You know?
Yeah, no, you good, brother. You good.
But talking about the music for real, dude, I met some amazing people, dude. Not just that are actually like famous and this and that are giving the game. But actually, like people that are local, that are amazing musicians themselves, amazing people, and it's just been a fucking roller coaster, bro. You know what I'm saying? So many people that have inspired me, that say that I've inspired them. It's just fucking. I'm just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, thanks. I feel that, man. I definitely feel that. Man, we gotta go one more question, then we're gonna play some more music. Man, how difficult is it to manage the demand of fame, you know what I mean, compared to your regular everyday life?
And it's all about everyday life. I could give a fuck about the fame, to be honest with you, man. Honestly, I don't like the pictures and the whole social media thing, and I shy away from it. I'll be on some other shit. It's probably costing me a lot, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just, man, you're looking at a family, man, here, dude, that's just trying to feed his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it for the love,
yeah,
for
man.
the love of the music.
I got a good wife at home, man. I got good kids and just the music. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing music, brother.
Thank
Amazing.
you, bro. We really put our hearts into it, man. We got some. We've got some videos that we've done that, you know, man, I'm sitting on so much music right now, to be honest with you. I don't know how to release it. I don't know how to market it because it's so non-genre, like, you know what I'm saying? So we got an album coming out probably next year sometime once we can be picking enough to release what we want to. But it's definitely gonna be us. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And saying that, we're gonna get into one more song. This is on Real Love.
Oh shit. I love it.
My dear, you do not know me, but I know you very well. I guess you got me under your spell. You thought that you knew me well, I guess not. Staring at me funny like you must have forgot. Staring at time you were supposed to watch. Good times pass by, so I know wings gonna fly. Ain't no point in trying to advertise. Baby, keep me sprung. My mama told me this is how God love. Real love. Sometimes it don't make sense, sometimes it don't make sense.
It's my man, Sir Chops on the
It don't make sense, my mama told me that real love.
another fucking crazy musician that I just had the honor of sometimes speaking of.
My dear, you do not know me, but I know you well. I guess you got me under your spell. Thought that you knew me well, I guess not. Staring at me funny like you must have forgot. So hypnotized by the way she shake her hips and lick her lips. Think it's about time we dip and head back home to the spot and find out how to take on someone with your pretty face. Sometimes it don't make sense. It don't make sense, my mama told me that real love. Sometimes it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Oh, yeah. You do not know me, but I know you very well. I guess you got me under your spell. You thought that you knew me well, I guess not. Staring at me funny like you must have forgot. What I gotta do, where I gotta go, who I gotta be, who I gotta meet, what kind of feeling should I have, what kind of car do I gotta drive, baby? Searching for you, trying to find real love. I'm searching for you, searching for real love. I know it's out there.
That's what I love. I love that song. It's like my third song. Listen to it. Let's get to the comments real quick. We got Bray. He said my boy Jay doing his thing again, and yes, Houston has so much talent. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Bray. Man, every time Bray is in here, I'm gonna make this comment. Every episode he's in here, man. Big shout out to Brett, man. Brett, man, he's the definition of H-Town for real. Like when it comes to this music game, he supports every artist. He travels all over the state just to go support whoever it is. It don't matter how big you are, how small you are. So salute to you, my guy, for real, for real. Rob Clark, you had me at wine, bro. Yeah, man. Everybody, check out my guy Rob Clark, man. He got an amazing podcast, man. It's about whiskey, wine, food. It's amazing podcast. Y'all definitely check him out. Crystal Lou, we got my cousin in here. She said, what does what did he choose the name King Baby? That's actually one of my questions I was gonna ask him. Since she asked it, let's talk about that, man. How did you come up with the name King Baby?
Man, I actually got this. This jewelry and everything that I wear is sponsored by King Baby. You know what I'm saying? Not sponsored, but I'm what the hell you call it all the time. But I'm
Partner?
Not partner, but I have a lot to do with. Anyway, it fucking turned in one day. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing my fucking thing, and we was searching for a name. We had a bad one at the time. You know what I'm saying? And it just fucking I looked down at this fucking belt that I was wearing, man, and it said fucking King Baby. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized it was just kind of like everything that was just I was at the time. I was still fucking young, but I couldn't be the king that I wanted to be. And I don't know, it just fit. You know what I'm saying? And so fucking from there, it just kind of like took off. You know what I'm saying? I just stuck to it. And yeah.
Yeah, I like that, man. What was it like the first time you got on stage and you performed?
That was an experience too. It's kind of like almost like you about to get into a fight. You know what I mean? You kind of got them butterflies a little bit, and then you just go out there and you just swing. You know what I'm saying? And what I did tell myself before I got out on the stage, just like before you get in a fight, like I'm just gonna go out there, I'm gonna give it all I got.
Yeah.
And so I went out there, I did that, and it was Wicked Cricket actually still alive at the time. You know what I mean? Actually came and gave me little trophy, little medallion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just was something that came easy to me. That was the first time I performed here in the H anyway. You know what I'm saying? That was quite some time ago.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I wasn't King Baby at the time, actually.
Didn't make it there yet.
Not yet.
Traveling to different places and performing in different venues must be taxing on your body. How do you replenish your spirit?
Man, that just the experience in itself. The 2 times that we went on tour, you got to just kind of remind yourself, it's a grind. You know what I mean? Both times we went in cars that, you know what I mean, were packed up to the T. I'm talking about a speaker right here in my face, and I'm like this, and this is how I sleep.
Yeah.
And the whole time, you know, you're driving uncomfortable, but you wake up to the sunrise over the mountains. You know, you go to sleep to a sunset over the ocean. You know what I mean? You get to dip your feet in like San Diego, you know what I mean? Like in California, and just see these places that are just, and then you're gone, like within 24 hours onto the next joint. And it's a new experience. And it's a, like, you know, within a month, everything that you experience, by the time you go back home, you're almost used to like living a different kind of way, and then you have to come back to reality, and it's just kind of like.
How do you balance that?
It's hard to do that. You know, I mean, it's really hard to do that. Like, I got a good wife, right? So she makes it easy. Let me put it that way.
That's what's up.
You know, I come home and she makes everything easy, and it comes home to comfort and comfortability, like just a place that doesn't change and something that's my own, and it makes things, it's my safe place.
Yeah,
you know
your peace.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like that.
That, I don't know, not every musician has that, so it might be different for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, that's my peace.
I like that.
My wife and my kids come home to a happy home, no drama. Yeah.
Big shout out to the wife, man. For real. Big shout out.
Yeah,
For real.
I love you, baby. Good vibes, happy people, no doubt.
But how do you handle the naysayers and all the haters? And what do you say to them? When you know, like when you're trying to do something that's never been done, and people saying it can't be done or you can't do it. How do you handle that?
What do I say to them? Man, I don't say shit. I don't even answer that shit anymore, like, because I realized, like, every time, you know, when I first got into this, I've been blacklisted, actually, from a lot of places over political type shit and things that I've done with my band and this and that, and people taking it the wrong way. You know what I mean? But it's one of the reasons why I got into music is because I had something to say.
Yeah.
And you don't have to like it. I didn't write it for you or somebody else. I wrote the shit for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And take it or you don't. You don't like it, change the fucking channel. You know what I mean?
There you
But
go.
like, it's how do I deal with it? Don't get me wrong. Like every man has an emotion. Jealousy, greed, envy. I have all those fucking sins. You know what I mean? Like I'm vanity, the whole fucking thing. But like it, just because I have those emotions and those feelings doesn't mean that I have to act on them. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes your character. You understand what I'm saying?
That's deep right there. That's key. That's key. Acting on it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'm not saying I can get there all the time. You know what I mean? But like, it's what I strive to be. And actually, I stole that from my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, that's what's up, though. That's something you carry on with you for the rest of your life and pass that down. You know what I mean? So
it's hard. It's hard to try to be who you want to be. And that's the only thing I can tell you. If you really want to be somebody, then you have to be who you want to be. And you can't let nobody like deprive you of that. Everybody, try to sound like somebody else, try to do it this way. People try to tell you to do it a certain way. I've learned one thing, like every time I listen to people or I do something else or somebody tells me to do, I always fuck it up. But until I put my mind that I'm going to do something and I do it my way, that's how things get accomplished.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I like that. Do you think you made it?
Fuck yeah, I made it. I made it.
All right. So in saying that, so the fact that you said you made it, at what point in time did you realize that, damn, I made it?
That's kind of hard to talk about without getting kind of touchy.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'll come back to the whole Bushwick thing, right? Like Bushwick was actually like one of my top 5. You know what I'm saying? I love Bushwick to death. And I always wanted to work with dude. I didn't get the chance to work with him until the very, very end. You know what I'm saying? And it was like some really, really touchy shit. You know, there was some really, really touchy shit going on at the time because he was so, and fucking, but I got the chance to work with him. And not only did I work, they introduced me to him, he heard some music. I was just honored to be in the room with him. Gave him my number. I was hoping it would build to something, whatever. A couple weeks later, dude actually called me back to the studio. You know what I'm saying? I got to write some shit for him that he, was really feeling, and it was this and that, the whole fucking thing. And I can't talk about it because some people don't want people to know the real fucking story.
Yeah.
But at that point, when I realized that, like, not only did I get to work with one of my heroes, that one of the worst times of his life, I had to watch him go through so much. I guess we choked up. I'm sorry.
Man, you good, man. It's definitely legendary, man. Bushwick Will, rest in peace, man. That's a legend right there. A legend, man. I don't even gotta tell y'all who that is, man. Legendary. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel that. You know what I mean? To be able to work with a legend like that, yeah, you made it. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Well, it's making it is a perspective, but if I looked at it in terms of music, like, did I make it with the people that I've worked with and the things that I'm happy with, that for me as a man, that I know that I've been through this and that, and the things that I've accomplished for myself and the things that I've seen because of King Baby, shit, these are things that I want to take with me to I can stop right now and just be, you know what I'm saying? But in terms, did I make it, like, am I paying my bills with music? Did I buy my wife a house? Are my kids set with college? You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't make it there yet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just being real with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, dude, is it a side hustle? Yeah, it's a side hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's for what I have to do to make some money when we're performing or whatever. But I never. There's so many times that I play for free just because I fucking love it. I love the music. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the music, baby.
Hell yeah.
I go to sleep at night. You see how you got your fan is nice and steady. Mm-hmm. Like my fan used to rock. and it had a little the whole fucking night. You just new songs in my head, just all night
off the fan.
My life is music. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I like that. That's what's up, man. That's hell yeah. That's that's what's up for real. Man, what keeps you hungry, man? What keeps you in the lab making this music?
Just because I love it. Just because like I have love for it. You know what I mean? And it's pretty rare actually now that I have the time or the energy to actually write the way I used to. You know what I mean? But when I do, and I work on it, and that's the new song for the next 3 months. You know what I mean? Like it's because it's fucking. If I write something, it's deadly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll perform it, and that's the difference between me and a lot of people. Like I don't just. If you want to be something great, it takes persistence. It takes practice. It takes insane not just like how you take your job home with you. You know what I'm saying? How you work a 9 to 5, but from 5 to 11, you're thinking about what you got to do the next day. Like that's what music is. It's fucking nonstop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like I just still got things I want to do, and it's still things, opportunities that brings it to me, and it's just still a life that I'm happy living. So why the fuck would I not do it? You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, it's one of the very few things that I think I'm good at. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Opinion. but for some reason, people fuck with me. So I'll take it. But I'm definitely humble about the whole thing. But
I like that. I respect that. Man, what words would you give to artists out there, up and coming artists out there that's struggling to get play or to get booked with shows? What advice would you give them?
First and foremost, like it depends on what you're doing, and you got to think about what you're doing and the path you're trying to take, especially here in Houston. Like if you want if we're talking about hip hop, the only reason why I actually get paid as a hip hop artist is because I do things different and I have a band. If you want to get booked and actually get paid from gigs and doing things, you gotta have a band. No, there's very, very few artists who's gonna get paid from just because they're the bomb and they're gonna go out and just do shows. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless you're selling tickets or doing something like that. But otherwise, like for you to blow up in Houston, it's kind of like what you were talking about earlier. Like you have to leave Houston. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It works for some people it doesn't. Yeah. What I'm gonna say is, like, honestly, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Be yourself. Be the biggest hustler you can. Do as much research as you can. If you're gonna invest your money somewhere, make sure that you're doing your research and know where you're investing that money. You know what I mean? Like, know if you're gonna pay for views or do all that shit. If that's what you're gonna do, like. Me personally, I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe my numbers aren't what they're supposed to. I don't know. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna spend your money on something, do the fucking research. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? If you're fucking with somebody, do the research. If you're gonna go do a show and sell tickets, this and that, like just don't be surprised when people have their hand out. That's all I'm gonna say. Otherwise, get you a fucking band and demand your price.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go to the comments. We got Ava York in the building. That's my daughter. Hello, beloved father. Hey, Ava, I love you, baby girl. Go to bed. It's late. You got school tomorrow. Appreciate you watching, though. Love you. Before we close out, let's talk about what you got going, man. You got coming out. I know you got quite a busy schedule towards the end of throughout the end of the year. You know what I mean, with shows and stuff. And let's talk about that.
Yeah, we stay gigging pretty often as a band. You know what I mean? You can catch us all over town, all over different parts of town. And what we do is more of like a hip-hop, reggae thing with 7-piece band. Guitar, drums, bass, keyboards, percussion. You know what I mean? The whole live DJ plays vinyl. Like we are some real live musicians. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And maybe that's the reason why things took us a little bit on a different path. And took us to different places, but the whole point is, whatever your craft may be, like you have to practice. You have to polish it. You have to have a plan. You have to. Is it a hobby or is it what you're gonna do? You know what I mean? Do you have something to say, or are you just kicking it?
I'm glad you said that, or are you just kicking it? Cause that's another reason why I started this podcast. Cause man, respectfully, disrespectfully, man, the music game went downhill, especially hip hop, the past 10 years or so. You know, this mumble rap, you know what I mean, winning triple platinums, and you know what I mean. Like, let's get back to telling the story, you know what I mean. Let's get back to music, you know what I mean. And man, I love having you guys on here. Every single artist I have on here, I handpick, you know what I mean, because I believe in what you guys got going, you know what I mean.
Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in what you were doing.
Man, I appreciate that, and I thank all my guests that's been on here, because without you guys, it's not possible. You know what I mean? And I appreciate all my supporters, all my followers. You know what I mean? I truly appreciate everybody. In saying that, we're gonna go ahead and close this interview. Man, I wish you guys success beyond your imagination, brother. You know what I mean?
Thank you for
There's
having
more
me,
to
bro.
come. Yes, sir. There's definitely more to come.
Thank you, everybody that showed up, too. Thank you so much for everything that y'all do. Thank you for being here. Good vibes, positive energy, man. Nothing but positive people surround you, man, for real.
Yes, sir. Everybody watching on all 3 platforms, I appreciate y'all watching. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Also hit that bell down there. You know what I mean? Get notifications when I'm doing my lives and making videos. Everybody on Facebook, man, share. Let's get this. Let's blow this up for real. I appreciate everybody.
Jay Reckless, thanks for having us, baby.
Yes, sir.